Well, hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. This morning, I heard in the news they've started referring to the blokes who've been dropped from the Warriors as the Shameful Six. Is that the best they can do? It sounds to me like they went out and they saw the Hateful Eight and they thought, that Tarantino guy, he's onto something there. But the Shameful Six? I've come up with some other ideas. I thought maybe the Hopeless Half Dozen. It's got more of a... It's more accurate, don't you think? Or just the bunch of buff heads. And I guess it doesn't really show what we're talking about there. Or we could always go with the good, the bad, and the ugly, the bad, and the ugly, and the bad. Is that enough? Is that 6? Is that... Actually, that's wrong though, isn't it? We want to... There's no good, so we'll just go straight to the bad, and then we'll add another, and the ugly on the end. There you go. I mean, it's longer, and it's most of your sports bulletin taken out just by naming the group of idiots, but still. Hey, should we be worried about South America? Venezuela, they seem to be having some kind of energy crisis where you can't get anything there. You can't get anything at all. It doesn't, like, they're calling it an energy crisis, but people seem to not be able to get anything. Shopping, nothing. So that's an issue. And then Puerto Rico apparently is about to go totally bankrupt, even more than they already were. And then in July or June, they're going to get even more bankrupt than they were now. My real question is, are these places aren't actually in South America, are they? Is that Central America? Is it East Africa? I don't really know. Geography's not really my strong point. It's one of the blue spaces. Yeah, I never know whether to do the hard ones or the easy ones on Trivial Pursuits first. Art and literature, that's a nightmare. Entertainment can bite you in the bum. Sometimes you know it, sometimes you don't. But geography, yeah, it's not really my strength. Sport and leisure, I think it's science and nature. Those are the easy ones, aren't they? Gone way off topic here. Second to finally, Jerry Adams, how are you still in charge of Sinn Féin? You've been there for 1 billion years. He has made the news today because he used the word nigger in a tweet watching Django Unchained, which is ironic because the word nigger is used quite often in that movie. I've seen that movie. Quite a good movie. Gosh, Tarantino's come up twice in this video today. But that's neither here nor there. My point is, this guy, he's still in charge of Sinn Féin. And he isn't really aged, is he? He still looks exactly the same as I remember him. I thought, is that true? Has he really not changed? So I researched up a picture of a younger Jerry Adams there. Actually, he does look a bit different there. That's quite young. Let's try. Here we go. There's a younger one. So, you know, how's he doing it? Clean living, I guess. Yeah. I mean, you look at, there's so many pictures. There's another one. That wasn't Jerry Adams, by the way. Hey, how boring is Dan Carter? I know I get into trouble for bagging perhaps one of our greatest ever All Blacks, but he's not an excitement machine, is he? And now there's a scandal, apparently, according to our French correspondent this morning, that his tweets in fluent French are so fluent that people have begun to suspect he's not actually doing the tweeting. Hello, Bromwell French. How apt is it that you should join our discussion here, because I've just started talking about the French and Dan Carter speaking French on Twitter. And so people have thought, hang on, does he really know French that well? Is he that good at it? This is the biggest scandal they can come up with for Dan Carter. that he might know French. Try harder, Dan, to be interesting. I'm begging you. That was Glenn ZB TV for Tuesday. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope. See you back here again tomorrow. Thanks for coming, Bronwyn.